Alright, so this is how to beat Thorin Oakenshield in the ABC Castle Defense module. As you can see, I have 414 gold. I just did the original little battle like 5 or 6 times, threw down a few orc brutes and sharpshooters and just hit start battle. Didn't have to bother doing anything. Yeah, 6 times total. So, now we're going to go ahead and buy our units for the Thorin Oakenshield fight, because we cannot buy it over there because of a bug, I presume. And we're going to want lots and lots of sharpshooters. Did I mention we wanted sharpshooters? Hopefully I mentioned we wanted sharpshooters. Okay, and then we'll get some orc brutes as well. The orc brutes seem to have pretty good hit points for the fact that they only cost 8 gold. They have 2 attacks with, like, I think a katana, so obviously if that hits, that's very nice. And there we go. So now we'll change the location. We're going to set up our squad at 2 points. First one is in the north and the south. So we're going to make a bunch of orc brutes here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to be specific. I'm also going to put down a bunch of sharpshooters after this. And then on the south edge, we're going to set up a similar camp. That way we're sort of breaking the enemy into 2 forces. And Thorin is getting delayed on the northern group, probably, until he comes to the south. This is one of the annoying things about this module, though it looks like an interesting experiment, is that obviously it takes a long time to set stuff up. So, I apologize for the delay. Setting up for this battle is probably going to take longer than everything else in the module put together. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think that's the correct amount. And we're just setting them all up here. It doesn't really matter too much the order. The brutes will charge ahead. The sharpshooters will fire. Main things, you just want a lot of them. Anybody know the Jeopardy theme song? Do 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 do. In effect, we're just overwhelming the enemy through sheer numbers here, since you can farm the original Area 1 with 5 orc brutes and can pretty much farm it indefinitely. That'll cost you probably 45 gold for 5 of those. I'd also recommend technically throwing in a few sharpshooters so that if the orcs get stuck in a doorway, the sharpshooters can still fire past them, but it honestly doesn't matter too much. And obviously if you throw in, you get 75 gold per win. So if you then decided to throw in a bit more, you could speed things up. I think I put 1 too many sharpshooters at the other side. Oh well. We're like 2/3 of the way there, I promise. The dwarves are going to enter, if you look at my cursor on the minimap, it's going to enter from the sort of southeast to the south, the southwest, the northwest, and the northeast. Those are going to be the locations that they come from. I suppose, technically speaking, the traps and such may work, but the traps also cost as much as like 5 NPCs. I haven't really tested them to make sure they're actually worth it. I don't know if they fire more than once. But if those are actually useful, then go for it. But you can, but if you farm the first area, like I mentioned, even though it doesn't matter what your level is, so I guess if you're sorcerer, mage, or something, you could use that to good effect. But you can afford to probably buy, what, 8 new mobs every single time you win the fight, and you might lose 1 or 2 mobs if you're unlucky. So each time you do it, you gain a bunch of monsters. I mean, noble goblin town defenders. It's defending against the evil Thorin Oaken shield. We're nearly done here. Five more to go. Oh, a small confession. I did originally say you probably only needed like 225 goldish on the forums, and I'll mention that I made that mistake. You do need a little bit more, at least using this method. As you saw, I went with 400 gold for this, which is basically like 2 or 3 extra rounds tops. I had beaten it previously, but I guess I forgot exactly how much I used to defeat it, so now we have a better understanding. You'll note that my character's still just like completely naked. He's not actually going to really be involved in the fighting at all. And here we go. Well, the Oaken shield's already at near death. Okay, well this is obviously going up to 400 gold is way overkill, I suspect. We've already wiped out Thorin Oaken shield most of those. There's a few scouts over there that the sharpshooters should take out. Let's see how our northern group is doing. Looks like they're doing pretty well as well. It's just a scout. No, no scout. Is that all of them? Oh, it looks like there's still some stuff up north. Obviously, even if this northern group winds up getting wiped out, I suppose, which is possible, we'll see. But even if it did, we still have the southern group, which is doing quite well. Yeah, this northern group's going to make it. And one more scout at near death. That's probably it. Maybe? I'm assuming it's close to it at least. We have, what, 5 sharpshooters left up here. 2 brutes over there. Who's still fighting? Oh. It's a dwarf scout here. As you can see, the sharpshooters are quite deadly. The brutes are also decent tanks. And can they actually... No, they're still... Ooh, we're gonna get 2 attacking at once. There we go. So you had, what, like 7 surviving monsters up north. And assuming that the brute kills the scout... Maybe. This is why we wish sharpshooters were over here. There we go. So we have 5 brutes here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mobs there, plus, 7 up north, so 21 survived out of... We had 400 gold initially, right? So that would be... 44, so 21 out of 44 initial units wound up surviving the battle with Thorin. There you go. Castle defense defeated. That was with 400G. As you can see, you could probably do it a little less if you wanted to, but it only takes like another minute to set it up. So, up to you. There you go.